Um, me. Me, 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 me. Me. Ahem. How's it going? How's it going, everyone? How's it going? Everything should be good. Should be good. Got us a little jam going. Body slam, big body slam. What is up, Edmund? Look here, sausage fingers. How dare you make someone wait that long? Forgive me, Edmund. Let's stop that. I hope you stub your pinky toe. Nope, pinky toes are covered. We're good. Sausage fingers, how fucking dare you? How dare you? I go to the nail salon and I'm like, actually no. Now that you say that, that reminds me of have you seen the movie Edmund? Everything Everywhere All at Once. There's a there's a part in that movie that reminds me of what you're saying. I don't know why I'm in that. All right. Ha! I need to charge my phone. Are we good? Are we good? Are headphones good? Phone? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Headphones are good finally, it looks like. They're good on the charge. Good. Because we needed to charge our phone. Just proving my point. Yeah, I actually really like that movie, Edmund. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a really good movie. But like one of the time like alternate universes, they have sausage fingers. That's what that reminded me of. Ah, all right. I got my water. I'm ready to read. I think we're about to be in the trial again. Yes, sir. October 19, 9:42 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 1. Um, Mr. Wright? Yes. Why do you look so unhappy? Nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Maya? Or Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes. Please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked. We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be very difficult. October 19, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. I've seen it with my eyeballs. You're hilarious, Edmund. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness. I wonder if it'll be that producer. Prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Or the director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me. I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Rolls on floor laughing. Sal Manella. I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. We're right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. All right, witness testimony. Day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. Okay, let's see what we got here. Power photo, dragging one leg, guide map to Global Studios. Okay. Murder weapon, breaking the shaft had been mended with duct tape. I think he broke it, actually. I don't remember. We found these sleeping pills in the employee area. Monkey's head blocked the path to the scene of the crime between 2:15 and 4 p.m. Contains photos of every victory scene in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. Okay, we need to remember some of that. Was doing an action scene run through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Where's Booty? On Fortnite. She is on Fork Knife, Edmund. She invited me earlier. But I was eating. And then I wanted to stream this. She doesn't really come to my streams, Edmund. Gracie, I told her, because she was interested in this game, so I did tell her that I'm going live with it, but I don't know. It's Friday night, so I understand. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. All right. Day of the murder. This is where I'm going to fail. Studios from around 9 that morning. Okay. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Was anyone else at the run through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. LOL. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. Okay. Security lady was there. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. Who's everyone else? What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak, the assistant cooked us. Oh my god, look at that face. Look at that face. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. What were you discussing? Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manella, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can't you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. Pretty sure. You didn't take a single break. Well, yeah, not a one. Sweats. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Phoenix, if his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out what he's lying. So, okay. Team photos of every victory scene in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I have a feeling I'm gonna fuck this up. Do you know what to do, Edmund? Let's see. Shush. All right. Edmund's got no ideas. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Let's try this one. So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can't you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix, doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's contradictory? Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila. I will not be helping. I repeat, I will not be helping. But Edmund, I need help. Your boy needs help. Your boy needs assistance. Don't you want him to do good at this game, Edmund? Don't you care? What did you want? Sweats. When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there then? No, I don't. Good call. Schwitz. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. A mental image I will carry with me to the grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. But that contradicts. You didn't take a single break? You just said you did. Yeah, not a one. Press harder. You literally just said you did. You took a break. You went to go get a T-bone. Wait a second, Mr. Manila. You've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Rolls on floor laughing. Oops. Well, Mr. Manila, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Oh, boy. Aw. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. Oh, boy. The break. Yeah. I don't even know what that means. FWIW? What does that mean? For wheel. We took a break. Rolls on floor laughing. But it was only 15 minutes. 15. That's only 13 in base 12. So if the meeting was when was the meeting? Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, LOL. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Of the break. What is FWIW? What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30. That's an interesting time. That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I don't think he did it, though. I guess it's possible time-wise. But it was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder. What is this face? I'm gonna press him for that face. Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? I claim it, and I claim it loud. I think it's impossible. I don't know. I'm too scared to like claim that. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects. But I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. Haha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he's the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. It's gonna be the kid. Order! I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Oh boy. Spooktober. Are you crying? I thought you'd be happy that it's Spooktober. Mia. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's gonna happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in the courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. October 19, 11:15 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Spooktober, play scary games. This is scary, Edmund. I've got a life on the line here. I have to protect him. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. All you can see is his eyes. Aw. Get away from the camera. I could see your boogers. I'm just kidding. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Funny because you can only see his eyes. Oh, we're right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. There it is. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness. What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around. I was about to say, I hope he gives him the same attitude he gave us. Cody? Cody, answer his question, okay? Hi, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is gonna be a long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. If you were present, or you were at Global Studios on the day of the incident, you got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen myself. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. But my apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? I love this kid. Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. Better make a note of it in the court record. Ooh, good point. New digital camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. How? If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Wait, so he just said he takes that camera with him everywhere he goes. I feel like that's what we need to press him with. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination, but be gentle. Remember you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Oh, it's so good. All right. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Should we present him with this? He always carries it. Did he not? Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Ah! Look at that face! Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Objection! Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? I mean, I'm pretty sure that means you, buddy. Well, Cody. Well, what? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? The way he goes for his sword. I love it. So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Well, why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. What I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Okay. Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, what I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. I hate that this is a kid. Why? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being very vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Wait and see what happens. I'm gonna press him a little harder. See if we can get Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, You may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing. It's like, how? Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Shit, I hit the thing. My bad. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? He couldn't watch it. He was watching something else. Show evidence. What's this? Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Would it be his camera? Oh, contains photos of every victory scene and every battle the Steel Samurai has won. Would it be the camera, though, or would it be the scrapbook? The scrapbook is filled with pictures. I'm gonna do the camera? TE climax. Grow up, Edmund. Nah, I'm just kidding. We all take our immature times. Sometimes we're allowed. We're allowed this. We're allowed some fun. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera, trying to figure it out. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Dang. Oh no, he's crying. No photo? Oh no. Edmund, we made him sad. Edmund, we made him sad. He's big sad. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened, yep. Okay, well, there's only one suspicious sentence there. Anything strange in that testimony? Yes. Cross-examination. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. Held up my camera to take a picture. Lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. I'm gonna press on that. That's all? Yeah, I told you. I didn't take a picture. I would have, once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Press him hard. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. That's hilarious. Simply the word. But, Mend, me? Are you saying I'm the worst? Like me? Don't you mean Melvin do? Not Scooby Doo. Melvin do? Ah, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. I almost want to press him right there. I erased them. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. Held up my camera to take a picture. Lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. I don't know. I don't know if he erased them. Or why he erased them, maybe. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know... Why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? God. I have to go to the bathroom, sorry. Give me a sec. Whew. Alright. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. Held up my camera to take a picture, lens wouldn't open. Took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Let's try presenting something. Contains photos of every victory scene in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. So if he erased them, I'm gonna present it. I'll take the hit if it's wrong. Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got 'em all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. I think we're right. I think we did the correct thing here. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No. Wait. No way. Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mamiya, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The photos were blurry. He erased them by mistake. The Steel Samurai didn't win. Oh. The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No. No way! No! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone! Ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order! I will have order. Well, witness, I mean Cody, is this true? Well, what did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Oh, God! Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Ugh. Oh my God. Order! Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Hammer was the victim. Steel Samurai was the victim. There was no victim. Let me think. Because I understand. So, Hammer was the victim. Hammer is the villain. So, Hammer is the dead body, but Hammer is the villain. There was no victim. Steel Samurai was the victim? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. So did he sleep? Did he put him to sleep? Why would the victim do such a thing? Jealousy? I don't know. I get it. I thought the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're going. I agree. Now. Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. Well, what? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. It's an S. Wait a minute. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But, that's impossible. Hey, what's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. So, I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Aw, shit. So did the murder take place in Studio 2 or like outside that gate? I'm just gonna go for it. Studio 2. Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there, the path was blocked, no filming is done there. So if it took place in Studio 2, I don't... I think it could be either one of these. Because the trailer is there, which technically now there's only 2 people at the scene of the crime. Or whoever's in that meeting. And the path was blocked, so they couldn't leave the scene of the crime. I'm gonna go with this one. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. Damn! I did not see that coming. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Yeah, if nothing else, this definitely exonerates Mr. Will Powers. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. Objection! This is madness! Jack Hammer's the victim! The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did it? Or he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume. I have proof. I think this is where the sleeping medicine, like the sleeping pills, come in. You do. Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. Empty bottle Sleeping pills. I'm gonna do that. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. There we go. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood, fingerprint the bottle, examine Hammer's body. I don't know if it would still be in his blood. Fingerprint the bottle? I don't think it would still be in his blood, so I'm going to fingerprint the bottle. An idea. Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Fingerprints aren't real. But Edmund, look at the fingerprints. I'm sorry. I'll stop being so annoying, Edmund. I'm sorry. Forgive me, buddy. I love you, buddy. Very well. Court is adjourned. We done did it. We done did it. Done did it. October 19, 2:47 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. I can see his sausage fingers. You can't stop being annoying. You'd explode. You're possibly right. Whew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. And me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. It's dead? Oh, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. To be continued. Oh. Let's go. Day 3 investigation. There's a lot of days in these trials. But it looks like we're going back to the studio. October 19, 3:27 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Mamaya! So what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days. Yeah, pretty much. We've got no time to waste. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Any ideas? Well, have you noticed anything that might help? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? Willpower is right. Alright, cool. Oh, wait. Old bag. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think our guard's down. I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. She's alive. That's so funny. Okay, I didn't go to the detention center. Let's do that first. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Groove looks like Ah, Edmund, you're funny. Wow. Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Alright. Smile for camera. I mean, let's ask him, though. If he was drugged by sleeping pills, then maybe he'll have something for us. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why's that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and nothing, forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I bet they do. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call now. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high, and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions like Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Ms. Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Huh. I wonder if she did something. Okay, good to know. You eat, you die. All right. I was wondering about the about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. Treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't. There's a wide, wonderful world of kinks out there. Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. I wonder if I can present her with something. Nah, probably not. She's just gonna be mad now. That's fine. Stay angry. Security guard station. Ms. Oldbag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. The computers. We can see that. Computer. It looks like it's been turned off for the day. Overhead map of the studios. Right from here is employee area. Left is the film studios. Main entrance to the studio. Probably have patrol. Studio van. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Holy shit! No touching! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. Is that a heart attack? I guess I could be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Alright. Look away. I'm also here for that. Grate's still lying there. They've seen wisdom at last. They know if they fixed it, I'd just kick it off again. Poor assistant. The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. Half-finished backdrop. Looks like a castle. Oh. It's so normal. Okay, let's talk to Mr. Dick Gumshoe again. The plates. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, detective, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Nice. Cool. That will help us back up that our previous trial. The investigation. You haven't solved this yet? Jesus. But Edmund. I'm trying, Edmund. I'm trying. I'm a lawyer, but I'm over here doing detective work too. I'm trying to figure it out, you know? I'm trying to figure it out, see? How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Try harder. You're the master splinter of my streams, Edmund. Practice harder. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth's out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa, talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. Nice. So that means, yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Nice, we got the sleeping pill bottle back. Okay. We're gonna put this case to bed. Gonna tuck it in and kiss it goodnight. And cover it with the little covers. We got this. All right, cool. So we just got 2 major things of evidence from him. Always nice talking to you, Mr. Dick Gumshoe. Let's go inside the dressing room. Oh shit, her. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! Yeah, that makes sense. It's locked. I guess it doesn't open this window. Someone was sleeping here. Sorry I haven't cleaned up there yet. Put all of WP's personal belongings there. He'll be able to come pick them up, right? I'm sure he'll come, yes. Okay. Mr. Hammer. And leave Bugsy out of this. Master Splinter was a radical rat. Yes, he was. Terrible puns. Stop that. Edmund, let me have my fun. I want to have my cake and eat it too. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes. On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. 5 years ago. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. Oh. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? The last episode. What do you mean the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No, no. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make it kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Studio policy. Hey, you're too chubby for cake. No cake for you, no. Why are the good news is I don't really care for sweets or whatever. Like, I mean, I'll eat them if they're there, but I don't go out of my way to have them. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is? A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you could tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. 5 years ago. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, I think it said covered it up, and that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks, we'll try asking her, if she'll talk. Alright, that'll do. That's some pressing information. That's definitely some pressing information there. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Oh, God. Who told? Who did you hear that from? That's not important. Nichols. Nichols. Nichols? Nick, Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Well, whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume, I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove, Mr. Powers, that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Bam. It has his fingerprints. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? Wampanga! Your head is full of nickels. Nuh-uh, Edmund. This is a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? On this steak plate. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Oh, shit. We can hear it rattle. Listen to it then. Oh, wow. Actually, wow. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I'm good. Miss Oldbag? Okay. You win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. What? She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. I believe that, but I didn't see that coming. Like, I didn't see just how deep she rolled. That's crazy. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence. That's why it's bent. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo. So that was the 5-year-old photo incident that happened. And that's why that one fence, it has one of the spikes is bent. That must be the one that body fell on. Holy shit. Thank you. I finally won Oldbag over. Alright. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right, but why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Possibly. But what we do know for sure, 1000%, is it was not Studio 1 anymore. Studio 1 was a fake crime scene. It was false. We can't even go to Studio 1 anymore. Let's go to Studio 2. There she is. Studio 2 entrance. So if she has ties to the mafia, it's most likely her. Studio 2 entrance. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello. 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 Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. So this is the two. This is the number in Cody's photograph. And to think, if he hadn't brought that photograph in, don't get all teary-eyed yet. There's some flowers here. That fence looks dangerous. Man. Yeah, and they never fixed it. Where'd she go? Oh, she's right here. Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Will Powers. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. Oh, dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Okay, so he's probably in the trailer then. I want to ask her about that, but I'm scared to. We'll come back. We'll come back. Like, she's got ties to the Mafia. I'm scared of her. October 19th, Studio 2's trailer. I'm just a lawyer. This ain't Mafia, Mafia 2, or Mafia 3. Like, I can't go up against that. Was it the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Honey, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. He's so happy. He's not even looking. Where? Well, what? Where did you get that? Well, old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag. Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more. Inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. I feel like that's a trap. I think I should leave. They already killed several people over in this area. Am I next? Am I going in? Am I leaving? I'll do it, but I'm not gonna like it. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Ms. Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you can control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? Haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Well, where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. I don't know what you're typing. How long are you going to take? How long are you going to take? Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys, see, this is why I didn't want to go in the trailer. This is why I did not want to go in the trailer. Did not want to go in the trailer. Groove, no brain. No, I was big brain. I didn't want to come here. I knew not to. The moment I heard Mafia. But the game won't continue. I can't progress unless I came in here. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. Gumshoe! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Holy shit. Dick Gumshoe to the rescue. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe. Sorry, it's just, I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Holy shit. All right. Let's save. Final day trial. Uh, Give me a moment. I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and I will be right back. And I think we will try to do this trial today. All right, we are back. Let's let's do this. October 20, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Willpowers. The prosecution's ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Aw, shit. Will the witness state her name and occupation, please? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Witness testimony. Day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court record. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Day of the murder. Enter the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. What do we have here? Oh. Okay. The meeting began at 12 sharp, ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. These ones? Objection! Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak? But I say you did not. Well, what's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare! Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. I'm not gonna accuse her of eating a boneless steak. That sounds hilarious, though. I'm gonna say you didn't eat the steak. I got a bind for you, Teehee. I don't know what that means, Edmund, but go ahead. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Oh, a bone. Bone. You got a bone for you. Teehee, funny. They should be arrested for throwing steak. Steak is good. I agree, Edmund. But Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it. Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think you could. I don't know. She's very cocky right here, and I don't think I could prove that she can. And I'm not saying I don't know. So, you couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. The spear was found lying next to the victim's body? I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I wonder if it's the fence again. We almost lost this photo here, too. Samurai spear, the murder weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Let's present this. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Oh, man. Quite sane. Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see the murder weapon. Okay, is this where we should show that picture? We have to show this picture at some point. I'm thinking right here is the best because the way that fence is. Look at this photo. Oh, what is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die 5 years ago? Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Huh. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer exactly as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. I have an idea, though. I was already thinking about it. The van. I bet she could move it. She couldn't deal with it. She had another way. She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands? For instance. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Do we have the... We do have the van! Manila used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio One after the meeting. Was there a dead body in it? I think the van. I think we should present it. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio One. And you used the studio van to do it. Haha! We're doing really well. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio One. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Objection! Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove that van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? So what we know about Salmonella is he's pretty much under her foot. Like she could tell him to bark. Like, what was it? She tells him to jump and he says how high. So I'm gonna say he was. Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Ms. Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Ms. Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. Holy shit. I win? The entire court's just silent. So what happens next? Don't question me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? The silence, bro. Who can say? Well, are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts. Of course it's as the witness says. Certainly it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. Oh, what do I do now? You did it, Vasquez. Testify again. I don't have proof that she did it. She most likely did it, but I don't have proof that she did it. Testify again, Vasquez. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. I think I fucked up. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Please. Damn. To come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Holy shit, what? He objected. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see, very well. Objection! Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth? Witness testimony. After finding the body. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? All right. Find the key you need and twist the truth out. After finding the body, I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Asked to be left out of the proceedings. Went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Went back to the trailer. I'm gonna press that one. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Press harder? Sure. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Wait. Very well, Ms. Vasquez. Please continue. Objection! Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have to have known about the murder before going to Studio One. Holy shit! I just wasn't expecting Edgeworth to be doing this. Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter, I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done will be wasted. Okay, so it's that line. So I think it has something to do with this line, this next line she gives. I knew Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes. Wait. He's dragging one leg. Is this where... Wait a minute. Is it this? Objection. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah, and when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order! Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there's a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Of course I can prove it. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. I'm thinking it's this picture. We've already showed it once, but like it makes sense because like this is the whole reason that he was being blackmailed for 5 years. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial, it began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Motive for murder, though. I don't think we have anything for that. She didn't have anything like she had all the reason to keep him alive. She was blackmailing him. Why would she kill him? Like this hurts her. Hurts her money? Hurts her pride? Fuck, I almost want to choose this. She had no motive. I'm gonna choose it. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Ooh, we got it. We got her. He's mad. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him! Vasquez! No! Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should have been found. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Yay! That is all. This court is adjourned. Man, what a fucking trial. October 20, 1:12 p.m., District Court Lobby. Defendant Lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Let's see if we have evidence. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids' show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh, thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume, man. Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah, Nick! Edgeworth! Holy shit. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? Uh, that was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix, right? Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Was that respect? Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Right, Nick? For now, we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids' shows again. Pink Princess. Nick, this is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Oh my god. Edmund! Punch, slap, kick, body slam. Almost 3 hours. Yeah, I've almost been streaming 3 hours. I'm about to go to bed though. Don't worry, Edmund. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Hey, the end! We did it! Oh boy. How many episodes is there? We took her out though. Episode 4, Turnabout Goodbyes. You're pointing out this case took you 3 hours. Well, I mean, I like to explore and like figure stuff out, Edmund. Is that so wrong? Is that so bad? Is it so bad, Edmund? Is it so bad? I even gave you no camera, so you didn't have to look at me the whole time. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice of me? It's because you suck. A sucky groove. That's funny. All right. That is another case closed in our Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney journey. I did go ahead and buy it, by the way, Edmund. That's why we're playing it still. It was only $9, so I was like, yeah, I can get the whole trilogy for $9. That's worth it. Because I'm having a lot of fun, and we're only in the first game still. But we will tackle more of this another day. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. No. You do another one. You can't afford to be sending money. Oh, you mean spending money? That's funny. $9 is nothing though, Edmund. But anyways, have a good night. Appreciate you sticking around. I'll see you for tomorrow's stream.